Good evening. So I have another story time, and I think I've told this story time once before, probably last year or 2 years ago. It's about the time when I was dating this dude. His name was Lorenzo. He did live with his dad. He lived with his dad and his girlfriend. And in this story, I think, yeah, for sure, I told this story before because I remember I said the dad's girlfriend, which was his stepmom, bursted in on me and him doing it. I was highly upset. But anyway, I was around 27 at the time. And this guy was just so not right for me, but okay, here we go. So he had put on a movie and he turned the volume up real loud. Then he and I got naked. And mind you, he was on top of me, try to visualize this. We was doing it, and at first it was a knock at the door. And so my legs all up in there, and he's in front of me, on top of me, butt naked. I was butt naked as well. And there was 3 knocks at the door. He didn't answer it. No, the third knock, he was like, "I'm busy." And so he just kept on. We just kept doing it. Next thing I knew, his stepmom bursted in on me and him. Bursted in his room. And just stood there. Like she was watching the movie. Her eyes was like. And I hurried up and slapped him on his back. And I'm like, "Look." I'm like, "Somebody at the door." And so mind you, when we was doing it, when she bursted in on us, the lights was off. But when she opened the door, that door, the hallway light was on. So therefore, she saw my goodies and she saw his naked, skinny ass. That shit was so strange because he hurried up and grabbed a sheet that was on the bed and ran to the door, and he's like, "Yeah, what you want?" And she was saying something to him. And then she left after he's seen whatever it is that she wanted. And I'm like, why she just bursted in on us like that? He's like, well, she just wanted to know how to turn on the thermostat to turn the AC on. I'm like, still, no matter if she did want to know that, why is it Why is it that she bursted in? She didn't even knock. Okay, I know that's not my house to say who should knock, but I just felt violated because I was butt naked, didn't have nothing on, and he didn't have anything on. And then I was looking right at her. As soon as she opened the door, even though it was dark in the room, it was still light that was coming in the room from the hallway. And she just stood there. And she was just going to keep standing there, staring at me and him doing it. Because he didn't want to stop. He didn't have any plans to stop. I had to slap him on his back so hard and tell him, somebody at the door. Because I hurried up and grabbed that blanket and wrapped myself up in it. And it just like, she had already saw us butt naked. Then after the shit was over, I was going to spend the night that night, but I felt so violated. I told him, I need you to take me home. So while he driving me home, he's laughing about the shit. I mean, laughing hard. And he's like, my stepmom had asked me before we left the house. She had asked me, who was that girl in the room with you with that big ass that she was doing it with? I'm like, really? He's like, she said, who was that girl with that big ass? First of all, I didn't think shit was funny. And he was laughing too hard. He thought it was so funny that she bursted in me and him being intimate. I was mad as hell. I really was. Still mad about the situation to this day. And then me and his relationship did not last very long because shortly, the next month after that happened, I'm at beauty school trying to learn all I can learn to try to get a career in being a cosmetologist. I'm at beauty school. And he's sitting up there driving around giving females rides. Now, the only thing that was so fucked up about that, it's bad enough that he was going around giving random females rides. But then, come to find out, as soon as I get home, my mom and my sister is telling me that he gave my sister a ride and he was trying to talk to her. And she had to tell him who I was so that he can come to himself and was like, you don't remember me, I'm her sister. So it took him about 5 days to call me because he knew that I knew what he had done. And when he did call me, I went off on him. And I told him, I don't know what kind of female you think I am. I'm not the type of female to just sit by or just sit around and be played. And I'm like, do you know that my sister is only 17? Why are you driving around picking up females, giving females rides while I'm gone? And you and I is supposed to be in a relationship. He's like, well, I was just trying to be nice. It's hot. It's summertime. And I saw I'm like, He's like, and he saw that my sister was sweating. I would never forget that. And this dude that I'm talking about was very handsome. He had some nice curly hair, curly cold black hair, and he was light brown skin. Now, him and his family is from Third Ward in Houston, Texas. But I just will never forget that, because it's like, you, like, seriously, you riding around doing that while I'm in beauty school doing something positive. But that's not the moral of this story, but I'm just saying how we broke up. But yeah, his stepmom bursted in on us while we was doing it and saw me and his goodies. She saw his wiener, she saw his ass, she saw my cookie, she saw my ass. And I would just never ever forget that, because I was humiliated. But I was mad at her. I wanted to swing on his stepmom, because why did you just go stand there and just continue looking? She wasn't even gonna say nothing. Her eyes was stuck on us while we was in the act of being intimate with one another, and it's just, bitch. But that was a long time ago, but I just ain't never forgot it. I'm about to end this video now. I'm about to try to give me some sleep. I'm a little bit tired. And until then, y'all stay blessed.